Done. Hold on.
We have Adam. He's come in to give the invocation. Adam, you have the floor, please.
Well, thank you. Privileged to be here. I'm honored. Well, just thank you for this opportunity to come together as a group to lead your community, to steward the resources in the best way possible, to make things better in the way that we've learned to live and the life we love to live in this community. I ask that you put a mighty hedge of protection around each and every person that's in this room. But a hedge of protection around the city, protect us, guide us, and lead us in the direction you want us to go. Help us to make this a better community for all that live here. Help us to fight the demons that come upon us, to try to change our way of life. Help us to be a better person. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll stand for the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Kim, would you do the roll call, please?
Mayor Howard,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Hart, here, Trustee Schaefer,
Here.
Trustee Chance, here, Trustee Wineland,
Here.
Trustee Smith,
Here.
and Trustee Stahl is absent.
Okay, has everybody had a chance to take a look at the agenda? And I will entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda.
So moved. I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. New business. All of you got very lengthy paperwork, but it tells us all kinds of good information about approving other legal services with Mitchell, Guckenberger, and McGaskin. Hey, I did good as general counsel for the town of Kiowa. First, anything you've looked at that you have issues with or anything? And this is Josh, by the way, he will be our counsel. He's assigned to us, so he's stuck with us.
I'm not the Michelle, a Guckenberger, or a McGaskin. I'm a Myers.
Okay.
It's a little bit easier. I'm here to answer any questions that you all have about the law firm. Mayor, if you don't mind, I would like to just provide a little bit.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. So Michelle Guckenberger McGaskin, we focus representation of municipalities only. Linda Michelle has been in this field representing municipalities from towns to cities, home rule, statutory, all over the state of Colorado for quite a few years. I'm not gonna say how long for her though, but it is in your packet. Kathy Guckenberger has also focused only on municipal representation for her career. She started in Florida and then moved here. Should be mad at me if I didn't tell you correctly. It's about 20 years ago. She's been representing municipalities as well since. Marcus McGaskin first started working with special district representation and then started his career in municipalities about 15 years ago. But our firm has 9 attorneys. We represent, again, only municipalities. We don't represent developers, although we have done lots of work on developments for our clients, but we're always representing the government side. I myself would be appointed as the town attorney, so I would be the one that would be here with you or answering questions for the board. And I would work with our firm on any kind of specialized issue that might come up that one of the other attorneys might focus on delegating some of that workload to them, as well as keeping them on track of, making sure hours aren't going too long. our firm is pretty big on focusing on what our client wants of us. So we're not typically going to be telling you exactly what we think we should be doing. We're going to let you know if needed that, hey, this isn't probably the best thing for the city or the town to occur. But outside of that, we wouldn't be, going out of our way to figure out what kind of work we can get from you or do on our own. I personally am very big on taking what you tell me and going forward with that, and even communicating closer with your town administrator on making sure that there's an understanding of what that task might include. We work close with our town administrators, but at the same time, I would be the attorney of the board. So the board would be also an entity that would be giving me the direction for what I would be doing for you. So again, I'm here to answer any questions. Technically, the board has not hired our firm yet, so I'm not actually acting as town attorney for you at this moment. But that's why I'm here, so that we all can all ask questions and take your official vote.
I will tell you guys, they gave me their references and I did check with every single one of them. And I had nothing less than exemplary references back, about the firm. And any member that, was listed in there as an attorney of record.
We got 2 responses back from the RFP that Kim sent out. And Kim shared both resumes and potential contracts and such with us. And I'll let Tammy speak to her opinion after going through everything. And we had a couple of questions that Kim got worked out with them. But I think this is a really good avenue for us because it's not one attorney. We've got somebody else we can fall back on because there's other people there. And I feel very comfortable with the references that we got on them and such. So that's my opinion. Tammy?
I agree with Terry. We went through this and I know you guys got their resumes too, and I think this is the better fit for our town with them supplying backup and helping us through things instead of telling us what to do. I think this is a benefit for us.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about this working relationship going into this. And I really, you guys know I haven't felt that in a while, so.
So Greenwood Village, do you guys just have one office? Is.
Correct, yeah.
Okay,
Our office is in DTC,
okay.
and so that's where we office out of, but we travel to all our clients.
Yeah, that's great, cause. You know, whenever it's like sometimes a presence is very well needed and in the past, they've been really far, so it's been difficult, so that's also great. Yeah,
Are you planning on, in terms of monthly board meetings, you plan on being present or Zoom or?
I plan on working with you where you need me to be.
Yeah.
If you don't have anything on the agenda that's gonna be really sensitive to a legal issue, it might behoove the town to say, hey, you sit this out, cause our budget would prefer you sit it out.
Sure.
Focus that time on something that might come up that we really need you on. But if there's anything that we operate that we're here. Like
Okay,
we operate to be here. And if you tell us otherwise, then you're the client, so we'll do what you say.
okay.
The plan is to be here.
In terms of things that are passed, under the walls of the Golden Dome that then affect home rules, cities such as Kiowa, will you be able to get us, I guess, resolutions that we may have to put on our books to make sure that we stay current? And the reason why I asked that is, in my tenure of this position, you'll be our 4th legal representation. Outside of the first guy, nobody's ever really came up with, hey, we need to pass this because we're trying to stay in accordance with state statute or follow along or play well with others. So, from your point of view or from your firm, is that something that is on your radar? Do you do that? Is it a practice or is it?
Both. Answering two of the kind of points that you brought up there. So you mentioned your home rule. We have multiple home rule clients as well as statutory. Home rule comes with a completely different ball game, and set of rules. We are able to advise you as a home rule what your charter says, also what your relation to state law and state preemption, especially on land use types of issues. If there's ever questions that come up about that. We do stay current on all laws as they're coming out, from them being voted on in the legislature to their actual effective dates. We usually put together a basically an overview of the different types of municipal laws that are gonna be affecting our clients. And then we can go over those with our clients, especially if it affects them as a statutory versus a home rule. So to answer your question is, yes, we do it from all points of view. And yes, if there's something that is a law that's gonna be coming into play that you do not have on your books and it's been preempted from a state standpoint, then I am here to inform Kim, and then it's also brought to you as the board.
Okay.
But I would never say you must put this on there. I would say, it's a good idea if you put this on here if you don't wanna get in trouble from blah, blah, blah.
And it's wild, cause I'm, in terms of, I'm probably have the most meetings under the seat of this group, and so. And I'm not sure this is more of a matter of fact, not of opinion, but, Corey Hoffman.
I know well.
And almost seemed, and I got along great with him, but almost seemed every meeting, he says, hey, here's something that you guys really ought to look at that we probably ought to put on our books. I mean, it was almost every meeting. We transitioned away from him. And I mean, that part, honest, went away from our monthly meetings. So it's always been in the back of my head, like, I wonder if we're missing out on something or if we got ourselves in the jam. So that's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
And anyway, okay, thank you.
Pleasure. Anybody else have any questions for him? Do we have anybody for public comment on this? I'm not gonna read this whole paragraph then.
You don't need to right now. You're only doing the resolution and then we're moving to public comment. So we need to finish the resolution. We'd have a motion to approve it.
Okay, I thought, well, that we, if somebody was,
Is there a resolution? We
comment
don't
on
need
that.
public comment. Cause that's not,
okay, I didn't catch, I'm sorry, it's
It's
a
okay.
resolution.
it's okay.
I've been looking at ordinances.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's an
So-
ordinance 11 too. so-
yeah,
Yeah, and that's what's confusing.
thank you, Bailey.
Yeah.
So, if we don't have any more questions, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Would you mind taking your position next to the mayor?
I would be happy to
Thank
jump
you.
up there with
You
you.
know, then you can smack me when it's a resolution and not an ordinance.
Table.
Um. All right, well,
Get you a little name plate.
I know I like being incognito. I don't know why.
I think everybody's gonna think you're the janitor.
Yeah.
Well.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
You.
That's good.
So. You said you don't wanna read the public comment section.
Well, unless we have
Yeah.
public comment.
Do we have anybody online for public comment?
Is this about signs?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Just general public comment we have to offer every. I have nobody speaking up online.
okay,
I've seen them. Okay,
so,
now we're moving into the public. on ordinance 11.
Yeah, okay.
So that will be page 43.
All right, so, we've got, for consideration, ordinance 11, series 2025. An ordinance of the town of Kiowa, Elbert County, Colorado, amending the town of Kiowa zoning code. I would like to remind everybody about conflict of interest for the board. On a regular basis, this board is tasked with reviewing and making decisions on matters that affect the community, its citizens, and its businesses. Board trustees are required to be aware of the provisions of the town charter and the Board of Trustees Code of Ethics, which requires that they declare a conflict of interest if he or she has a direct or indirect pecuniary interest in a matter under consideration. The requirement applies to all issues under consideration, including those presented at a committee or Board of Trustees meeting. Elected officials must also declare a conflict if he or she has some other non-pecuniary type of interest that would put them in a conflict position, such as bias as it applies to the matter being discussed and determined tonight. This can include any benefit obtained by relations, close friends, or associates of a member who is in conflict. The facts of each situation will be unique, and members must carefully consider these requirements at all times to determine if they are or might be in a non-pecuniary conflict of interest situation. It is the responsibility of each member to determine a conflict or perceived conflict and declare as appropriate. The town charter and the Board of Trustees Code of Ethics also sets out the basic rules that if a council member has a direct or indirect pecuniary interest in a matter, the member must not remain in the room nor attend any part of a meeting where the matter is under consideration. The member cannot participate in any discussion The member cannot participate in any discussion of the matter. It is not permitted to vote on and is not permitted to vote on the matter, must not attempt in any way to influence the voting of the matter. This applies before, during, and after a meeting. These rules apply at all times and not just when a person makes a declaration of conflict. With this statement being made, I'm now going to ask any board member with a conflict of interest regarding the forthcoming matter to identify themselves and remove themselves from the room during the discussion, motion, and vote by the directive of the town charter and the Board of Trustees Code of Ethics. This is a sign code for businesses. Do any of you feel you have a conflict with that?
I do.
Okay,
Okay, so. No, like conflict of interest, not oh, okay, I'm sorry.
yeah.
I don't know what page you're on, so.
Well, I'm not.
Oh,
That's a statement.
oh,
That's what our town charter states.
I see, okay.
So you don't feel you have a conflict of interest with the sign code? Being a
Are you saying-
business owner?
Are you saying, do I disagree with the sign code?
No,
Okay, no, then.
I'm asking if you have a conflict of interest since you are a business owner to be able to discuss and vote on the sign
No,
code for
no.
businesses. Okay. Kim, would you let the record reflect that?
Okay.
Okay, do we have anybody, for the first public hearing on ordinance 11, series 2025. We have anybody online for it? Okay. If you all will take a look. Basically, it's like it was at last month's meeting with a couple of changes in it. Now, I will let everyone know that both Tammy and I spent 5 hours researching 7 different municipalities from home rule towns to regular towns. I will tell you the amount of time we're allowing for the temporary signs to be put up, it's very generous. Aspen only allows you to have a temporary sign up for 14 days per year, period. Cortez allows you to have it up for 6 months per year. Not 6 months in a row, it's broken up. So we submitted our thoughts. And everyone else was asked to send some thoughts in on this. And I believe you only got from Tammy and I, correct?
And Mona came in
Mona did, okay.
and gave
Yeah, you
us,
should have gotten one from me. Did you not get mine?
I didn't get anything either if you CC me on it.
no ma'am.
I
didn't.
I
Okay.
get anything from you either.
Well, no, you didn't get it from me.
No, I asked everybody to
Go to
email
Sasha.
me separately and then I summarized them
Right,
and sent them out.
Did you email me about that or how? I
Yeah,
didn't
I
get
just
that.
sent an email at the end of August about it.
and she also told us at the last meeting.
I remember her telling me at the last meeting, but I didn't
Yes.
ever get an email, which I thought I was going to. So I
Okay.
don't know. I didn't really
Oh.
tell you everything, but
Okay, well, the main changes that we did in it, is the permitted number and duration. I think Tammy and I are on the same page with this. It's on the 3rd page. Under item C. A business may display 2 temporary signs per calendar quarter. The sign may remain on the property for a maximum of 60 consecutive days within the calendar quarter. 1 standard size sandwich board sign is allowed daily during business hours, provided it is removed after business hours and does not obstruct or impair access to a public sidewalk. The next change we made on it is on page 4. The permit requirement. The permit will grant 2 temporary signs per calendar quarter. And the permit will grant 2 temporary signs per property. And we've left the administrative fee of $25 whenever you renew your business license.
And this doesn't in any form or fashion affect special events.
Right,
Or you have a separate code.
yes, there is a separate code. Kim looked that up for me today that handles special events like when JR puts the signs out for the graduates and stuff. And that falls within our current code for him to do that, so.
what about if I put up a sign on my front window during a rodeo?
If it's in your front window, that's fine.
It's special event.
No, it's on the outside of the window. It's not inside.
That's the special, that falls under the special event.
Right,
So do
Yes.
you have to get a permit for that?
no,
And how
This
long?
has to come down after the event.
right, has to come down after the event.
Just like you always have.
Yep.
Well, how, like, if, the rodeo is gonna last for a week, you can leave it up a week?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay,
When
Do I
that
have to-
event is over with, then you need to remove it.
then do I have to, send an email
No.
and say, no, okay.
Susie will come in town and she'll see that's an event happening. She'll know it's a special event. You're putting.
Well, I'm not really, mine says, welcome to small town Kiowa, Colorado. It doesn't say, welcome to the Elbert County Fair or welcome to Cowboy Up. So is that still a special event? I mean, it's
It lists
promoting
it.
a rodeo.
Yeah, so it lists the rodeo on there. That's an event.
It doesn't really list the rodeo. It's just welcoming people to the town of Kiowa.
But
It
you,
says rodeo fan.
but
Yes,
you,
it does.
you say,
Yeah.
it says rodeo fan
Okay,
or whatever,
okay.
yeah.
I have a question. So for the two flags, so if I had, or we're just gonna use colors, if I had a pink flag and did January, February, and then I had my blue flag and I could do overlap March or
If
February.
you did
March.
January, February, you can only do January, February, that's 60 days. And then you'd have to have March off.
And then you
Okay,
can do
and
it.
then you
so
can do
the
it.
60 days is for the collective of whichever flag or both at the same time.
Mhm. Do we have any other questions?
For
Go ahead.
clarification. 2 temporary signs per property. Is that for the property or for the business?
I was just thinking the same thing.
It'll be for the property. Cause it has to be the same one for the residents. We're not making a separate code for businesses as opposed to residents.
Right,
This is where I go.
Okay.
Mona's property has 3 business. So
but
between the 3 businesses,
Well,
they can only do 2.
can I stop you right there? Those 3 businesses all have their business license, correct?
Yes.
Okay, they are allowed they're allowed 2 signs per business. So that building that Mona is in, if there's 3 businesses there, there's a total of 6 temporary signs that would be allowed.
And that's how.
So
Susie
that's
will
why I
enforce
asked
it.
for the point of clarification, was it says 2 per property.
Well, Susie considers the property to be the business,
Right,
the address.
right,
So she's enforcing to the address, not looking on the property assessor site and saying, okay, well, this building has 3 businesses with 3 addresses. But I'm only enforcing the property. No, she's looking at the businesses themselves, each individual. And I did run their proposals by her, and she said these are enforceable for her, so.
Okay, I have another question. So Landmark Realty has a big sign inside of the real estate office.
She can.
if it's inside,
It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, I also have on the front of my building, on the up high, it says real estate. Also, under that is a small sign that Landmark put up on the outside that is lit up that says Landmark Realty. Is that okay?
That would be a permanent.
That's a
Yes,
permanent sign.
Sign,
So
Okay,
it wouldn't even. reflect
yeah, it
it.
doesn't
that's-
reflect in the.
Yeah, that's their permanent landmark sign. It goes with the real estate, so.
so A-Town Salon has just, what is it, stencil? Well, it says salon up on top, but then in stencil, like a permanent on the window, on the outside of the window, it's not ever coming
Oh,
off.
it's like a sticker.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
but that's-
P-Town Salon.
But
Is that
that's on,
permanent?
that's a permanent
Okay,
sign.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's
So
their
what-
permanent business.
Okay.
Really what this affects the one establishment in the middle of town that currently has 3 banners attached to the building and 4 flags in front of it
and a permanent sign,
and a permanent sign.
which is probably going away. We'll leave it at that.
Can Echo still keep their sign up on top?
No,
No.
they're gonna have to paint that up there or something. We'll work with them on it, figure it
Okay.
out.
Yeah, I mean, cause I think we all want this to be moved forward, right? But. Yeah, for some of the businesses like Echo, if we could work with them on.
Have
how
to.
Well, and we will, and Bailey, I don't mean to interrupt you, we need to remember why this whole thing came about.
Right, yeah,
It's because people from out of town are coming putting up signs.
right.
So
We don't have an issue with 95% of the temporary signs that are up in
I
this
know,
town. So,
But when Susie enforces it, which is what she gets paid to do.
Mhm.
And then, you know, just the people that are affected by it, if we can,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And here's the deal is. From my point of view, we never got any flack from. Jack and Sons Roofing Company or junk pickup or whatever that we rip signs off of. Utility poles for. We never got any flack about that in this room, have we?
I don't know, I'm not.
You have to clarify that for me, because I'm gonna tell you what, I've had some conversations with them, some bucks.
But I mean, none of them have came to our meeting. In a sense,
we're
and that was what this is, but the ones that's highlighted in yellow. Doesn't touch that.
So you can't just create a code, and Susie told you this at the last meeting,
Oh.
you can't create a code to one group of people, you have to make it to the entire population.
And Trustee Smith, I think you're probably talking about public property flagpoles.
Well, and that's
Course,
what she
course,
made
like,
reference to.
course
Yeah.
light poles, actually.
Yeah.
And that's the discussion I had with them when I called, because I don't know when it's happening, but they're getting on a ladder truck or something and bolting them into the utility poles on the weekends.
And then we have to set them
And
up.
I told them I will sit core on them, because that's actually state law, they can't do that. And those are owned by Core, not even by the town.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of where the problem started, and it just kept getting worse. Then when we had the big storm in May. And
The roofers.
the roofers lost their minds and came through town and just started sticking signs in people's yards,
Yeah.
trying
Well,
to
they
get their.
would stick it on the side of the sidewalk where it wasn't actually, it was on town property.
Well, we had
I
some,
didn't know that, so they stuck it in my.
yeah, some people had them stuck in their yard
Yeah.
when they got
We
home.
got calls.
They're mad, but they got them to call them.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
So that's where this all came from.
Yeah. there's a few things over the last couple of years. That's got us
Yeah.
here.
And so, just to, cause I'm going over like what we had last meeting. To be a temporary sign and anything above the allotted days that are in here, the 60 consecutive. Makes it a permanent sign. Is that what,
Correct.
She
There has to
said-
be a break in the
yes.
amount of time that it's up. Or
and this is the max, right?
that's according to Susie, who's enforcing it, yes.
And now that's 60 days per quarter.
So you
But
can
they
have.
can also break it up, it doesn't have to be.
Could be
Right.
January, March, it could be February, March for the
Yeah.
first quarter, and then do April, May, the second quarter, so that's essentially 4 months. That it's up. And then taking June off. There has to be a break in there somewhere.
And out of the 7 municipalities I checked with, that's very generous.
But
None of them allow that.
I mean, we are the next Aspen, right? I mean,
No,
we have $3 million.
I didn't, and Trevor, yes, Aspen was one of them. I also checked, Lone Tree. I also checked Hugo. I took a mixture of different geographic areas to look at what their sign codes were. I'm not comparing this to Aspen. I'm just stating that's one of them I looked at. And they only allow 14 days for a temporary sign. Well, to me, that's not adequate enough.
Right.
And then you go to Cortez allows you to have it up for 6 months. Okay, the majority of them are 30 days in the other municipalities I looked at. So I think this is very generous. You know, for the businesses. That's my opinion.
How do you feel about are you okay with your sandwich board?
I am, and, you know, I think when Beano's or, Patty Ann's runs a special, you know, I think if we pull those in at night, cause that was my
Yeah.
biggest issue, was pulling them in at night. I consider that a temporary sign coming in every day, because I don't think it's fair when I use that as an advertisement to let people know that I'm in. You know,
That
like
you're
I said, the last time, people were like, I always have people say, well, I didn't see your sign, so I didn't think you were open.
Well,
Well,
now
I did see your car out back, so I didn't think you were open when I walk to work sometimes, you know.
I noticed now you're putting it up on the decking or up
Oh, I've
higher.
always put it up.
You know,
Oh,
where it's
okay, I
always
was
been.
thinking it was down on the
Oh,
sidewalk.
no, I've never done that.
Okay.
And,
I don't-
and this allows, suppose Kiowa Coffee Shop decides they wanna put a special on coffees. They can get one of those chalkboard ones, set it right outside their door that says the special for the day. When they close, they bring it in.
I think
They don't
Patty
have to
Ann's
have-
does that, doesn't it?
It says, and so does Beano.
Yeah, Patty Ann's, yeah,
Oh, yeah, cause Beano says when they put outside the front
Right.
door.
right. So, you know, that way it covers that.
Mhm.
I mean, I wanted to make sure I was being fair, looking at the town, the type signage they have. So that, you know, this wasn't meant to create all the storm that it created.
What about the for sale signs on the front of the?
Those do not
Yeah.
count
They don't
towards
count any of
this
it.
at all.
Oh, okay.
For sale, for rent signs, do not count
Mm-mm.
towards this at all.
No, I think we said that at the last meeting.
Yes,
Now, the sandwich boards, is there any like specifics on the size of that, or would that fall under
Standard
the?
size.
yeah, just a standard size.
Okay, cause I know that they can, you get a big one.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you bring it in at night.
Well, but if it's a great big one,
Three
it's
guys,
blocking the
right.
walkway,
Oh, yeah.
we got a problem with that.
But like most of the sandwich boards,
Like.
you know, whether it's at the coffee shop that you referenced, or Pino's, or her, it's on their private property, it's not on the walkway.
No.
Right, right.
Can any sign be in your window or, I mean, that's not
Yes.
offensive, as long as it's inside the store?
Yeah,
It's,
but yeah, or
Yeah, 'cause
yeah,
that's inside
that's-
your private.
yeah,
property.
it's inside
Well, no,
your
you have to,
business.
even if it's offensive, it's right in the line there, they may be able to keep it there because there's First Amendment speech.
Yes,
So.
Yeah, but there's something in here about profanity.
yeah, I
Right.
saw that.
Yeah.
For the guy
That's
that
a
has
question for Josh.
I think
Welcome.
you're hired now. It does say Kim in our,
We need time to review.
It does, yeah,
yeah.
it does, actually, so,
Yes.
Well, yeah, offensive, cause I can say, don't ever eat at Patty Ann's, it will give you food poisoning,
that's protected.
but
actually, that is protected,
like you could say that. No, yeah, that's what I mean, but I
Yeah.
couldn't say
yeah,
like.
couldn't
the
use
F
vulgar
word
language
or something
towards
like
it,
that.
but yeah,
And I think we talked about that in the meeting because of
Yeah, Susie
the
brought that up.
old
yeah.
place that had the Biden flags and,
Yeah, we're unbridled this now.
yes.
Yeah, Susie is our code enforcement person, Josh. I'll introduce you to her.
I was thinking of that one, person who had that FU or F something sign,
Mm-hmm.
tacked up a garage or yard sale sign on our poles that hold the banners out here. The sheriff's department stopped and told him to take it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm glad
I
they.
didn't even know that happened.
Okay, so do we have any further discussion on this? I would entertain a motion to approve,
I'll make a motion to approve
okay,
this ordinance.
I'll second that.
okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. I'll sign this stuff. After. Towards him.
Okay.
Okay,
Dr. Wager.
You came on the right day for the sign meeting.
You know all about it now.
Anyway, yeah, you.
You can put up your
Do you know
stamp
that one?
line.
No, that
Your
was.
Yeah,
They
it's
all-
I'll look at that.
Hail sale?
Hale's head. I'm Robert Two Motors. We're wanting to put a privacy fence on our shop down on 209 Cheyenne Street. It's only gonna cover from the west side to the property line, but I wanna go 8 foot just because the road's set so high above, when it drops off there at 6 foot, it kind of do us no purpose.
makes sense.
What you hiding?
Can't tell you that.
Because it's a privacy fence.
And that's why it's privacy.
Privacy.
Right.
Right.
He said I'll have.
Here's Trevor looking in the crowd.
Did you get your name?
Yep.
Yeah, this one, I'll do. Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions, for Mr. Wager?
I did, he didn't want to answer.
Oh, well,
He's just one vote, right?
Yeah. I'll worry about Trevor.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
okay, do we have anybody on public hearing for this?
This, is not, well,
Yes, it is.
do I have any public comment from online participants?
Sounds like no.
Okay, seeing there isn't, and we don't have any further questions. We'll shut down the public hearing and
Their motion should have been the next, under new.
I
Under
got me all
business.
confused here.
Yeah.
So that you
Okay.
all know, we've restructured the agenda.
Yes,
To try to make the flow a little better, thanks
And-
Trevor. Where we list the public public hearing. Have the public comment, close out the public hearing, move to new business, so it's very clear whoever is participating in that public hearing knows public hearing's been closed and no longer has.
unless it's me doing it and I get confused.
But Trevor goes and makes a motion outside it.
Yes,
Sorry. Well,
He was enthusiastic.
well, we made the motion on the other public hearing point. We didn't.
On the signs? No, but that was under new business.
right.
Did y'all move to
That
approve?
says right there.
No.
Public
They're
hearing.
working on it.
We're gonna do that.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
So you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I realize I got half the vision y'all got, but that's the way I read it.
Yeah, okay. Yes, that's true.
I gotta go home and.
Do we have that? We just took the vote for it, didn't we?
Yeah, but Trevor gave it before you moved to new business.
Oh, yes,
And you realize it's just Trevor,
okay.
just Trevor in the room that's having a problem.
Well, cause it says public hearing, ordinance,
Bailey, can you help him?
No, I see what he sees, so we.
she's got two eyes and she sees the damn thing, it says ordinance 11. On the deal, we
So we
did,
never shut down public comment under the ordinance 11, did we?
No.
Yes,
Well, she did after Trevor made a motion.
Yeah. but Trevor made the motion first.
on ordinance
Look
11.
at, this is.
I made the motion on
Is this
ordinance 11.
shorter?
I
Okay,
got
anyway.
away from the window, so. I won't
Welcome
look
to
at
our meetings, Brett.
Yeah.
it. Okay, anyway, go on, wherever you wanna be.
At least we're
So
smiling.
y'all,
Okay.
I'm in
Yeah.
your world.
y'all moved and approved
You're-
your ordinance number 11, series 2025, which
Yes.
dealt with the zoning signage code.
Yes,
And then we moved on to the next order of business, which is going to be the variance question.
right,
Correct,
And he presented his case.
yes,
yes.
You opened it up to questions.
yes,
You opened up to public comment.
yes,
Public comment has been closed.
Yes.
yes,
We would now move to a vote on a motion. So we have an actual motion at this point by someone
Trevor,
to
yes.
approve.
Trevor gave the motion.
Alright, and was it
Who
seconded?
by
it?
Jonathan.
So,
Down in second.
Okay,
Alright, so now you would move to actually vote on that motion.
right,
If
And
there's
they
no
did.
further.
Oh,
thank
aye.
you.
And y'all all voted on that and said aye.
Yeah,
yes.
Alright,
weird.
it's approved.
Moving on to the very good time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Brett.
You're welcome,
Sure.
Brett.
Stick
Made that
around.
clear for the record.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Where you going? Aren't we having fun?
No, I've had
Good.
2 meetings.
You were 17 minutes.
I know,
Right?
that was long.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brett.
Have a good night.
You too, be careful.
Okay, next item under new business, discussion and possible action on resolution 12, series 2025. A resolution authorizing an intergovernmental agreement with Verigy West LLC.
So Verigy West is the contractor who will be conducting our energy audits of the water authority and the town's infrastructure and buildings. Under the energy, what's the name of that? This is my train of thought. The program of the energy department.
Colorado Energy Office for Performance Contract.
That's it.
Yes,
Yes,
that.
ma'am. So Verigy West is the one that will be coming in and doing those audits and then identifying those projects, prioritizing them and then submitting them back to you in a report. And then they'll be coming in and doing a presentation, on their findings before we proceed any further with that. One thing to note on, the agreement, we talked about this before we engaged with them, was they'll come in and do these audits. And if for any reason we choose not to move forward with the program, we would be responsible for paying the cost of those audits that were conducted. And, that is actually on page 63. So the cost of the town, would be $5,864.25. If you so choose to not move forward with that after they give you the presentation and identify all these projects, but we were very clear that we weren't gonna enter into that with them if we weren't gonna proceed through the program with them. So I just wanted you aware that that's the cost of those audits once they're conducted.
You say that number again?
$5,864.25.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I did sit down with Verigy representative today and the county. Originally, the energy department had urged us to try to reach out to them and create a partnership with them. They had already had an audit done. And they chose not to move forward with it. When you have the county and municipality come in together, it creates a scenario where there's even more increased savings for both entities. The bigger the project is. So after that meeting today, the county is back into consideration of doing that. And so if they so choose to come back into this program, we could revise our IGA to include them. Our Verigy rep is actually going back to the energy department right now and asking them what that would look like if the county and all of the municipalities in this county come together under this project. That would be potential for a very huge savings on all of our parts. So I'll get more information on that as we move through this, but right now we're gonna proceed with moving forward with our part of it. And identifying at least what we have. We should be focusing on between us and the water department.
Does anybody have any questions? On this?
Did you say water?
Water's gonna be included on this, yes. So we're
when we
one
agreed to
IGA
this,
for
they-
both of us.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
But they're looking at the water authority's infrastructure, so. That's it, yeah.
Okay. We see no questions or discussion any further on this. So I would entertain a motion to adopt resolution 11.
Well,
11, put Josh in place.
You're right, it does say 11 there, though.
Does it?
I think it should say 12.
it should say 12.
It said 12 on mine. Mine says, the one I'm supposed to sign says
Let me see
11.
it, Josh.
Josh saw it,
No, I just.
so I'm not losing my
On
mind.
the agenda, it does say 12. Yeah, on the agenda it says 12.
Oh, you darn, this is there.
Okay, yeah, on the agenda it does say 12, but I was looking at that. So,
So which is right?
12.
12.
So moved on
11 was
number
the
12.
It was
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
11 was.
Trevor. You so moved.
okay,
I'll second.
all in favor, say aye. Opposed? You want me to sign this one or wait till you change it?
Might touch.
And then you're gonna make me come in here and sign it, huh?
Yep.
But you get to see our smile and think of it.
Guys,
Well,
you're just
soften.
so mean to me.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, next item under new business is discussion and possible action on proposed policy 22060.
Which 96?
Huh?
This policy is being created because, as you know, we have a new employee coming in, it'll be full-time, 40-hour a week. And is enthusiastically volunteering to be on call for the upcoming winter months.
You know Ted, Kim.
Ted Campbell
From
with
CDOT,
CDOT right
right,
now.
with CDOT.
He's gonna be coming, oh, you weren't here.
Over here.
Ted Campbell will be
Okay.
coming in as our full-time second public works person,
Oh, he's been with CDOT for 20-some years,
24 years.
24 years.
Neat.
So
And
Ted
he's
will be coming on, yeah, he's retiring as of this, end of this week.
Something to do.
He does, he's taking a long vacation with his wife, and when he comes back, he's starting with us, moving into the winter hours, so. I think beginning of October.
Yes.
He'll be working Monday to Thursday,
And he lives right here.
and he lives right,
Down 45.
yeah, down 45.
Nice.
And as you know, he has all the snow plowing experience, extensive on the highway, you know, he has that working relationship with CDOT, so. Ted will be doing, taking over a lot of the snow plowing duties that right now is being contracted out.
That's gonna be huge.
Huge,
Yes,
so,
well, that way we could afford to hire him. Because we had put in the budget for a part-time person to be able to work. And since we're not gonna have to contract out for the snow plowing. That'll make up for what we're paying him.
Does he do also the maintenance on the?
he's doing all the maintenance on the equipment.
Yep.
On the vehicles, we're no longer having to take those into the shop to have those done.
Unless it falls outside his.
He's probably pretty much knows more than anybody.
Yeah, he does.
And then we're gonna call you.
Right.
Walk across the street, go to work, we need that.
Sure, come on.
So this is the policy we put in place to address on-call hours. For them when those winter months hit.
And I don't
That's a
have
good
that
idea.
in my packet, I've got it on email, but I read it. Does anybody have any questions on it other than what we've already discussed?
No.
You know, it's interesting, honestly, I got to thinking about, one of the first full-time maintenance people that town Kiowa had was ex-CDOT. It was.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was,
Oh,
oh crap, now his name just wrong me. Helena Miller's.
David,
Her husband.
her husband, cause I know David
Jim.
Miller was out here.
Jim, thank you, Jim Miller, he was the first one,
Hmm.
and he retired from CDOT and then he took over,
Oh, wow,
so
I'm excited about it, I really am.
it's usually a good fit.
Well, and Ted is probably familiar with the
And
policy
it's patient
like
ID.
this, right? I'm sure they.
It's
have-
already what he's working under, yeah.
I don't have the page 96.
Do we need to make a motion to accept?
Yes,
I'll make a motion to accept policy 22-060 on-call response procedures.
I'll second.
any further comments, questions? Okay, all in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, it's passed.
I have my own.
Is that something I need to sign?
No,
Okay. Excuse me, all the stuff to sign and then giving out the. Out the packet.
Staff report.
Yes, okay.
go good, Tim's moving along.
Okay, I have a couple comments I would like to make. I do want to inform you guys, I don't know if we mentioned this at the meeting last month or not. Kim and I, and we've gotten Tammy to join us. Unfortunately, we can't have any more than that attend, because then it becomes a quorum. We've been meeting with Commissioner McDaniel once a month to discuss things going on in the county and to try and work together on things.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate that. We haven't had that type of relationship with the county in a long time. And, I'm looking forward to it. They've agreed to help, share cost on, an issue we've got with the bulk water, with the water department. So it's nice that we're working on that
What's the
relationship.
problem with the water department?
It's not a problem with the water department. There is. Kim, can you explain it a little better than me? It's, the county, where the county road and bridge is, or
It's outside the town.
it's outside the town limits. we were selling them bulk water. Bulk water is not allowed to be used outside town limits.
Well, we were selling bulk water, period.
Right.
They were not supposed to be selling bulk water, period.
To other, like, construction
To
people.
anybody,
Yeah.
outside the town limit, yeah.
Anybody.
Oh,
Through conversations with the Department of Water Resources, we were able to determine that firefighting is an extension of municipal services. Road and bridge would be considered the same, but only under 3 circumstances. The only feasible circumstance is a revision of the draft water plan to include them as an extension of municipal services as well. So we're currently in the process of having Wright Water engineers update that water plan that's been in draft form since 2021. And finalizing it, with verbiage that only Road and Bridge and Kiowa Fire and Protection District is an extension of municipal services for Kiowa.
was Kiowa Fire involved in the not being able to use?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, we had some problems with contractors
Mhm.
pulling bulk water.
Oh, yes, I see them every day by the
Mhm.
store.
Yep, and because of that misuse, it caused us to reach out to the state and ask more pointed questions, only to find out that the permit that is in place for Kiowa has been in place all these years, explicitly says no bulk water sales, no commercial sale of bulk water.
And you
out of
guys
the town.
didn't know that?
Seemingly not. So at that point, once we were informed of that, all bulk water sales came to complete halt. Of course, we don't sell to the fire department
Right.
because they're emergency services. So the water attorneys determined that, there were 3 avenues. They hired special counsel who reviewed it extensively, and they determined there were 3 avenues they could take to reestablish the bulk water to the county road and bridge services, and the most feasible was the water plant. So I went to the county, explained the circumstances, and in order to get bulk water back online for them, we had to revise this water plan, and they agreed to pay half the cost in doing so. So once that's completed, the water authority has a completed water plan, they can move forward with seeking grant money and to work off of, for the next decade, and the, county has bulk water restored to their road and bridge services. They're not using that water across the entire county. They have other municipalities within the county that if it's closest to where they're needing to use the water, they'll pull from there. But they'll pull from Kiowa if it's the closest in proximity to the work they're doing to Kiowa.
It's just for like washing trucks and, I mean, it's not for their bathrooms or their,
They already have water service up there that we charge them for, commercial water service like you would to the
For
gas
the
station.
bathrooms and stuff.
so what would the bulk water?
Bulk water's used on the roadways for
Yeah.
watering down the roadways when they're doing
Spray
road
down
work.
those such.
Yeah, it does control.
Oh, okay.
After you events out of
So-
underground.
Yes.
Compaction.
How did, is that county facilities not inside our city limits, how did they get our water?
There is an agreement that they can extend it off of our infrastructure to a location that is butts up to the jurisdictional limits of Kiowa. So there's the ability to do that, through the water, through the permit and an IGA that memorialize that with them.
It's been a crazy journey.
Wow.
It's been-
So anyhow, well, I'm appreciative that we have, that kind of relationship with Commissioner McDaniel right now.
Thanks for working on that.
Also, I had sent out an email on the 28th of August to you guys, concerning a, 1-day strategic planning and governance workshop. I don't know how many of you got it. Tammy said she got it. I have not heard back from Todd yet, at DOLA, so
Todd's still good with that date. Until you tell him otherwise, he's still good with that.
well, I know, but he
With
was
the
supposed to reach out.
Saturday?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was supposed to reach out to the board members. and, talk to them about
What
things.
time was that at? I don't remember.
I don't have a time.
It would be an
Nothing
all
right
day.
now.
Oh,
We were looking at
We
2
have a
days. We
day.
didn't think that was feasible for you guys to do a 2 day, commit 2 days.
I don't
with
know if
families and.
because I am the only employee and I don't know if I can't. I can come for some of it. I think some of it was like in the morning. Or maybe I'm thinking of the other. The one that. For the board members at the. Anyway,
That's the same thing. That's
There's
the only
only
thing we
one.
were planning for the entire board.
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking it was two different things.
no,
no,
I know I'm available morning too.
Yeah, I think the morning around 11, some of it was. Like meet and greet or something, which I don't
Hmm.
think.
So just so you guys know, I know this is labor intensive for you guys to take time off from your personal life. Trust me, I'm the queen of dedicating my personal life to other things not associated with my personal life. But you have never, ever put in place a strategic plan in this town. You've never, ever come together at a table and strategized on a plan for what you're gonna do with your town moving forward. If we fell off the earth tomorrow, how are you gonna handle that? Or if you, as a board, because your charter says, if this office does not have staff in place, you all are responsible to keep this town going until you can replace us. And you've never put a plan in place on what that looks like. A succession plan on, what happens when you're gone? You know, what are your priorities that you're focused on for your town? You've never come to the table and done that. We've been brand new Main Street Board, and that's the first thing they did. They have a strategic plan in place on what their work has, they've identified and prioritized moving forward as a board. And the town board, who's been in place how long,
I don't even know.
has never done that.
Can we do it in an evening or several evenings? I just can't be gone from the
Mhm.
store all
I
day on a
understand.
Saturday.
Definitely an evening for me would.
Okay, then I can go back to Todd and have a conversation with him and see if we can work out something in an evening, setting, maybe a couple evenings.
Yeah,
Split it up in a couple
Yeah.
evenings.
for me personally, I could make that happen.
Okay,
Instead of just sitting down all in one chunk one day. So, and then if we spent one day, let's say 8 to 10 hours in a day and hammer it all
it
out
would
and
not
get
be
it
10
done.
hours. I
No.
can guarantee you that, it would not be.
I'm just saying, because that's what my workday looks like, so that's my default.
I think
Would it be two 4-hour evenings or?
he was proposing 2 for our evenings. But we would need to get commitment from you guys, that this is necessary, and I do believe,
And I agree
That
with you, I'm
it's
just
a
trying to work out the
step.
logistics.
yeah, absolutely, and it's a step moving forward, you guys working as a cohesive board together.
Like maybe start at 5, obviously rather than 7.
Right. So I'll need some
Fine.
commitment from you guys to adjust your schedules in some form or fashion. to
I'll have to
accommodate
see,
this.
because there are some evenings that I've got other commitments work-wise that I'm not able to, but,
Yeah, like
Well-
work.
uh,
Yeah, like work.
yeah. Other work,
And I think Connie probably, she works, I don't know her schedule.
No, she's got a couple days a week, but she does it in the evening time. So I need an email from you guys telling me
What days?
what days work for you. And I need that soon. We're coming to the end of the year. They do this with a lot of municipalities, not just us. So,
Well,
I
how would we know when the other person that's gonna be doing it is available?
I need you to tell me what's available to you, and then
Oh,
I
okay.
take a consensus of that and try to get a date settled with Todd, with Dola. That works for him as well. If I have a range of dates, it's easier for me to find something that works for him.
So Saturday the 20th works for me, I mean, we've got something going on that day, but. Rather not miss it, but
if we need to do this, we need to do this. So I would commit to Saturday the 20th.
I know that.
I thought it was already set up while I was out of town, that's why I'm like, well.
That's the problem when we sent it out weeks ago.
Yeah.
And here we are a couple weeks later and it's closer to getting stuff filled up for the next month and now you've already filled things up for the next month. So therein lies the problem.
Yeah, get your dates
Yeah.
that for evenings that you're available for him to send to Todd. And we'll try and get it figured out from there.
So is that the consensus of the board, is 2 evenings versus 1 Saturday?
Yes,
I'm usually like out of the state. So. I could zoom in maybe sometime.
but not during the week.
No, most of our shows are on the weekend.
Yeah, so during the week,
Yeah, I can
Better.
do a few evenings, then I have childcare too. It's hard too.
Okay, give me some evenings.
I'm sending you an email.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna look at my calendar and see what I've got coming up. I blocked out the 20th to do this.
I did that on the 20th myself and then the that week before and the week after, Zach's gonna be out of town. And so I have to take Peyton back and forth to school.
So now if we're looking at 2 evenings in a row, well, how about we just do, as far as I'm concerned, can I just tell you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah. I'll make a note of that. Jonathan, good, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I mean.
That's kind of neat.
Monday,
I
Tuesday,
sent you an
Wednesday.
email, but
I do Mondays all day except for
Mondays and
I
Wednesdays.
can't do Mondays. They're disasters for me at work, so Mondays are not
So
a good
probably
thing for
you
me.
Tuesday, like the evening time too, is.
Depending, this time of year, things are getting slower. But typically, if it were like this time last month, Monday evenings, not even.
Yeah.
So
So maybe a Tuesday.
I don't have a set 8 to 5 job.
Yeah.
I have a boss that might call me at 9 o'clock tonight and expect me to work for a couple of hours. So,
I'd nip that sucker in the bud.
well, I try not to sometimes,
I will
but
You can give him the on-call thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
there
is
you
what I
go.
want now.
uh-huh,
Yeah, I might have to
Okay.
look at my schedule again because, you know, like I said, Zach's traveling and I gotta take care of Peyton.
okay. The next thing I would like to address, and Kim's gonna have this in the record. I was thinking some of the people would be here tonight, but they are not. I'd like to address the comment that was made by Joey Kuhn during public comment at the August 12th board meeting concerning a meeting from myself with the businesses. I had full intentions to do so, along with Mayor Pro Tem Tammy Hart. I was advised by our town attorney at the time that I should not proceed that way. It was not just having a simple meeting. We as elected officials have a protocol to follow when we have meetings. They have to be posted, publicized, etc. After our July meeting, I'm glad I did not pursue that avenue, as the board was completely disrespected with efforts from the businesses to bullying the board. I'd like to ask you if you would want to enter into a hostile environment like that. We are everyday people that decided we want to help this town. We did not agree to be bullied and threatened with lawsuits. I look back over the last couple of meetings we have had, and I ask myself, why did I ever want to do this job? There was rumor that the businesses were having meetings. If that is the case, why don't you invite myself and the mayor pro tem to attend? Your meetings do not have to follow a protocol. That being said, we will gladly attend a meeting we are invited to, provided we aren't walking into a hostile environment. That's all on my report.
Mr. Myers, do you have anything you would like to share with the town attorney?
As the newly appointed town attorney.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't involved on that one.
Right.
Yeah. I would just like to say again, thank you for, you know, your faith in our firm and my ability to be here with you to help you all as y'all move forward as the town of Patton. Other than that, I don't have any current updates. I look forward to working with you to get to understand the procedures and processes that are in place and also, you know, be able to help provide any kind of insight that we may have that might help at all when it comes to y'all's workflow and how y'all are able to move through your meetings together. So.
And what procedures we don't have in place.
I think we're still working on getting out of the 50s here in town. So we move forward and keep going forward and, you know, making the town better in the future. Because, you know, like you said, we're not gonna be here much longer.
Oh, no, Trevor's been hanging out here for a long time.
Mhm.
We're a work in progress.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
It is,
Yeah.
3 forward and 2 back for sure.
Yeah. Some days.
You came in at the right time, actually.
No, because, yeah, I did watch a few of the videos before I came. I saw what had
Cause I
happened.
asked him before, I'm like, so you're not gonna leave us, are you? If we tell you the truth. And he's like, no.
So this is a good night.
So for my report, I'm gonna give you a grant update. That SIPA grant we sent in, it was a request for $10,000, was not funded. The grant would have allowed the town to convert paper files, maps, and other large scale documents, bound books, microfilm, and such to a digital image format. They had a very limited budget this year and a considerable number of worthy applications. I'm not discouraged at all. They did fund us the last 2 years on our report. So, we'll just try again next year. I did submit a grant application to the Rural and Tribal Assistance Pilot Program on Monday. That was the first come, first serve one that I tried to apply for in March, that the portal didn't open correctly and it was shut down and they lost all our information. They reopened it and yesterday was the day it kind of worked in our benefit. The full ask, the max ask under the first try was $750,000. They upped that to $2.5 million on this one. With that, we decided to bring in both the County Road 45 and the Kiowa Bennett corridors on this one ask. So this would be for the planning and design of those two corridors, bringing it into 86 in the same manner with the storm drainage and the sidewalks and revision of the roadways. I did go to the county because both of those roadways, as you know, are shared with the county. And they've agreed to partnership with us. Don't know what that looks like yet, but the suggestion by myself was that we utilize their planning and engineers that are in-house for them to do most of the review on this, if not all of it, saving us a substantial amount of money on that. And should we get to construction, allowing us to utilize some of the road and bridge labor and people for those.
On that planning, will that qualify for your in-kind donations for those?
I don't know. Are you talking about this new one?
On the grant, because sometimes you have to have in-kind match.
We don't have to have any match to this. That's the great thing about this. Whatever they grant us, they just give us. We don't have to match it with anything. The deadline for this grant submittal is midnight, October 8th, but they do not feel that they have 54.2 million available. And they don't feel that it'll make it till the deadline. They do feel that they'll be exhausted by the time the deadline gets here because it's a first come, first serve. We had ours in within 7 minutes. So,
That's good.
hopefully, it was a very stressful day yesterday. So fingers crossed. The Parks Project, we're currently preparing our application for submission in January. Christine attended our last Main Street Board meeting. She spent a significant amount of time discussing the project, collaborating with the board members on potential community engagement ideas and events. They're very excited about getting involved in the Parks Project. They will have a table at Fall Fest, where they'll provide information about the Parks Project, showcase visual designs for the community of what her contractor has come up with, for the community input. They feel that having a community event and participating in that, getting the optimum amount of, participants there would be beneficial in getting good feedback. We will be, creating a survey that will go out, via social media. We'll probably take it door to door. It'll go on our website, kind of like what Kimberly Horn did with this, 86 project. Get some feedback there once those designs and that survey are completed. And Main Street will also be part of facilitating the distribution of that as well. So we're hoping to attract a diverse group of residents, businesses, visitors, that utilize our parks on a continuous basis.
Are they gonna, obviously, they'll do the bathrooms, so are they going to, is she going to have something kind of drawn up
Yes,
at that time?
yeah, they're gonna, I believe they're doing 3 different,
Drawings or?
drawings of what their proposal is, what we can do feasibly in the park with the setup, with the infrastructure that's currently in place, et cetera. And, allowing the community to have input to that, and what they'd like to see there
And that's going to be when?
at Fall Fest, October 11th.
Okay. And that's at Nordman Park?
Mhm.
Let's put in a pickleball court.
And that's been one of the options. Our Main Street Board, Main Street Board and I are currently working on the official application to the state for Kiowa to become an official Main Street community. We'll report back to the board in the December meeting, so they will come back to us in December with that final application to get your blessing before it's submitted to the state, and enters their review process.
When is that?
That will be the December meeting.
Oh,
So the second Tuesday of December.
They're coming to our meeting?
They'll be coming to your meeting. I will be at the meeting to present the final application for your blessing before it's submitted to the state.
So we don't have any say in it until.
You don't have any say in that application. The application consists of, the Main Street declaring, what their plan is moving forward to make them sustainable. Their board setup, their creation, what their identified work is moving forward, how they plan to obtain funding, moving forward. It's a inventory of the buildings and the businesses, historic aspects of the town. That's why it was really important to have Joe from the Historical Society involved with the board. Nothing on that application has anything to do directly with the town. Main Street is separate from.
Yeah, I realize, I just didn't know if they are accepting any feedback from the public. On what they're going to do.
We will
to the Main
be
Street.
seeking letters of support, that need to be submitted with the application.
But how do we know what they're doing? We don't, we just put in our letters.
What do you mean?
Well, we don't know what their plan is.
If it's approved, if we get the grant, then starts the process of what we'd like to see done,
Yeah, well, once the
Right.
application is approved by the state, so,
right?
Well, their meetings are open,
yeah, they're open.
so you can
come
go to their meetings.
Oh, I was told I could not,
No, you could come to them.
I just can't talk.
You can't participate in the work that they're doing. They're not run like this.
Yeah.
So there's no public comment. And when they come to the table, they're coming to the table to do the work of the board. And it's not an interactive, like I've said here, it's not an interactive meeting. When they come to the table, they're there to work. And I think that the input there is better given when they come out into the community and have meetings with you guys as business owners in a business owner
And they
setting.
will do that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're looking at doing that. They're just not at that place yet.
Okay.
They've only had 2 meetings as a board.
Yeah,
So,
okay, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I will be attending the Main Street Managers Summit in Lyons on Tuesday, September 30th through noon on Thursday, October 2nd. One of the important aspects of this application is showing their embedment or integration with the town. While we're 2 separate entities, we need to work hand in hand together. And they need to show that they're working with the town, and the town is in full support of their of their work. And due to that, I by default became their manager of their board. It's a wonderful thing. The great thing for them is they don't have to pay me to do it. So I'm free labor for them for the time being. With time, when they obtain funding, they have the option of hiring a Main Street manager. And the only reason I'm called a Main Street manager is because the people that fill that role have a lot of different titles, because they have a lot of different roles in municipalities. Some of them aren't even involved in municipalities. It's just easier for Main Street to call us all the same thing. It's easier for them to keep track of us. So, the summit will, for the most part, give me an introduction to what that role entails, what my responsibilities are to their board, and what the state's looking for as requirements from their group. And I'll get to meet and network with a lot of the other Main Street managers from across the state and get an idea of what they're doing and bring back some of those ideas to the Main Street board. So looking forward to that. Upcoming town events, we have 2 left this year. Our annual Fall Fest is October 11th. That'll be 11 to 4 in Norton Park. Right now, it's gearing up to be a really good time. We'll have our pumpkin patch as usual, face painting, food trucks. We have numerous craft vendors, thanks to a post I posted out yesterday. It just lit up.
Crazy.
Live entertainment by David Chapa. We have a bounce house as usual and a lot of game booths sponsored by local nonprofits, businesses, with trick or treating for the kids at each of the booths, and a costume contest right now. Our Christmas event is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. It'll start at 11, be back over at the fairgrounds. It'll also be in conjunction with Echo's annual Christmas for Kids kickoff. We're still in the planning phases of that. Lots of fun vendors already being lined up. Some Sweet Day Quintet that did the Appalachian Christmas a couple years ago will be back doing that. We already have Santa confirmed. And the committee's throwing around a lot of great ideas to make it a good time. You guys are all invited to come join us in the planning if you've had time to do
You
that.
didn't have a date for that yet?
It is
November.
Saturday, November 29th.
Is the sheriff doing it that day or they?
No, he does his the first weekend of December.
Yeah, I
always.
thought of that too, but
Yeah, do a lot of discussion with the event planning people. It seemed like the last time it was a really good event was the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and that was back in 21. So Echo,
What are the hours gonna be?
it'll start at 11 and probably end about 4.
Although I already have vendors asking me about that one.
Yes.
So,
And so what can we do to help with that? Cause I think like we had talked about like doing shifts and stuff.
Well, if you have time to come to the meetings, then we can all come together and decide
event.
the event planning committee, yeah.
Okay.
Our next one,
Yeah.
is it next?
16th at 5 o'clock.
And is there a Zoom available for that?
We can,
Okay.
we can do a
Cause
Zoom.
I think I'll still be on the road, but yeah, I would like to.
I would love your input on that. I did, because of the number of vendors we're getting, I don't know if we'll have enough room in the park to have pumpkin patch and the vendors, so I did talk to Kellogg today. And Scotty and Monica have wholeheartedly volunteered their empty lot across the alley for the pumpkin patch if we need it. So that's great.
I was like, we're running out of room. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of people who are very interested, both nonprofits and sales, so, yeah, so I said,
Are they actually confirmed or are they just
A lot of them are.
interested?
a lot of them are confirmed, but I probably had 10 people just today who contacted me and I sent out the information, so.
I have a question, because I think of it every time I drive by. Does Farmer State Bank, is that big grass lot in front of their bank ever something that would be?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I've never asked.
Yeah,
Once
I
they
just-
put their business in over there.
It's just.
Yeah, cause originally they had quite grand plans to put like a seating thing and, but that
I
didn't
don't know.
come through.
And we had a member from Farmer State Bank sitting on our event planning. They had a kind of a changing of the guard over there and that person left, has moved to Alaska, so
Oh,
we don't have anybody else with Farmer State Bank right now sitting on our committee. So.
it's just such a beautiful grassy
It is.
area that's just sitting there
It is,
doing nothing on, right on the highway.
yeah, I don't know. What's a thought?
All those kids over there running their bikes.
So
It's for.
that's that. Does anybody have any questions about the events coming up?
Oh, what time? Oh, your planning committee meeting is
Is
at
next-
5.
Next
At 5
Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
At 5. Here.
Event committee.
Yeah, if there can be a Zoom link, I would like to.
I'll create a
definitely
Zoom
get that.
then. Okay, then I'll do that and I'll just send it to you, Bailey, so
Okay.
I'll make sure you have a way to be there.
September.
Yes.
Okay,
At 5?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we have to limit how many of you come, otherwise we've gotta notice up the meeting,
Yeah,
because we're in a
right.
quorum.
I don't know that I can make it at 5 anyway, because I get off at 5.
no problem.
You need us to come?
Well,
It'd be great for you
if
to.
I have service, which I should by that point, then I will be there via Zoom.
I
Okay.
can come.
Then we'll just notice it. We'll just notice that we'll have them, right? Is that what we need to do, Josh? Is just notice that they'll be in the room at the same time for the committee meeting?
But no action is taken.
Yeah, it's gonna have different questions, and I actually was giving myself a note to talk to you about that a little bit further.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah. And we can talk about offline, so you can give me more of the specifics, and then I can give you advice on how we can have it set up over here, because there are different issues that come involved with the OML, for open meetings law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would there be, do you think there'd be a way that it wouldn't be able to happen? Or it's just,
I mean, if everyone was going to be there, the safest route is to notice it as a meeting that they're all attending.
okay,
But as you actually mentioned, if they're not there taking any business action that's related to the town, but that term can be pretty broad.
okay.
So, which is where I was gonna get more facts from you on what was gonna be occurring.
Okay, we'll talk more.
Was anybody else planning on attending on,
I always attend them, Amy.
and you do? So there would be 3 of us.
Yeah.
And if Mona attended, that's 5 will be here.
Okay.
And yeah, it's actually 3 or a quorum, so,
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
yeah.
so we'll talk, Josh and I'll talk about it more, and then I'll get back with you guys on what we need to do. The next subject, I'm gonna give you an update where we're at with Mavericks Broadband versus the town of Kiowa and myself. On September 4th, special counsel filed a motion for order to show cause due to Mavericks' failure to prosecute the case. We filed our answer to their complaint on July 7th, establishing the case was at issue. Deadlines were set for disclosures, but Mavericks did not respond by the deadline, nor did they engage with our counsel's numerous attempts to discuss the matter. The court considered the motion and issued an order by the close of business that same day. If Mavericks fails to respond within 35 days, we've requested the case be dismissed for failure to prosecute. The State Highway 86 Storm Drainage and Sidewalk Improvement Project, we have gotten to the 60% for design and engineering and have submitted it to CDOT for review on August 16th. This should take approximately 2 to 3 weeks. Additionally, Kimley Horn will also have a table at our Fall Fest, providing a final opportunity to discuss this project with event attendees, residents, etc.
Nice.
So that's all I have for my report.
So we're not gonna have a meeting in, I thought it was October 19th.
Fall Fest 11th.
I know, but I thought we had set a
Was there
specific
another
date for the
calendar?
final.
No, they only had 2 community meetings that we contracted with them for.
Okay.
And this
They've already
third one
had
is on them, yeah. Yeah, they're coming out here to give one more opportunity for the community.
Okay, I think I was just under the impression we were doing that in
Okay.
October, later in October.
No, they wanted an event that would get an optimal number of people in attendance. And, they're kind of in attendance without us having to go door to door and say, hey, come to the fairgrounds with us and giving them an option. They're already there enjoying themselves and we're gonna tap them while they're there.
Great idea, you
Yeah.
know, that's a really good idea, because I feel like the most people that attended the ones that we had at the fairgrounds were business owners
Yeah.
in town and.
and a lot of people come to the pumpkin patch and the fall fest and stuff.
Kind of like the Easter egg.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, lots of people come.
We have any on board.
you have anything else under public works?
I do not.
Code enforcement?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we will move forward then with consent items. Approval of the minutes of the August 12th, 2025 monthly meeting.
I'd like to make an amendment.
Yeah, let me preface this. Mona's already pointed out, I left Bailey off
Just gonna
again.
say,
And let me, I'll tell you, I think I know what's happening is I'm reusing an old template to keep doing the minutes, and it must be a template where you weren't there that meeting. So I'm gonna quit doing that.
you guys wanna see my minutes she sent me?
That's rude and not
See
necessary.
that?
They're not necessary.
I read that and I said,
got
"Well,
that
what
too.
did you do to
Yeah.
these minutes?"
Yeah.
And she said, "I didn't realize it's sent out that way."
We're still having some technical issues. But Bailey, I've noted Bailey as not being present.
Yes,
So I'm gonna update that and revise that.
okay.
Did you have something other than that, Jonathan?
Possibly, since I wasn't here, maybe
I
everybody
put
can help me out.
trustee Schaefer was absent.
Yeah, I was in Alaska.
Nobody needs to know where you're at, but I noted you were not here.
It says that Pastor Kevin Weatherby gave the invocation. I don't
Correct.
think he was here, was he?
Yes, it
It
was.
was Kevin.
Was it Kevin?
Yes. Yeah.
Cause I was, well, now we didn't have cell service, but a little bit here and there, and then every now and again I. Check my phone to send out some silly pictures, vacation stuff, and I get binged. like, That, he wouldn't be there.
No, you're here.
No, he actually was
I was
there.
like, oh, okay, what are we gonna?
I will need you to send me an email or something with this gentleman's name, so I have it correct, please. But
Adam,
yeah, he was here.
I didn't get Adam's
When
last
he was
name.
with Compass Church. Was,
Yeah, Adam was in Compass too.
and what was his last name?
June,
June. That was easy.
Like the month?
correct.
Well, that's a message.
Okay, so then that's not an amendment, but the one that Mona asked for, do I have a motion for approval of the minutes with the amendment?
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next item of business, expenditures for the year to date 2025. You guys take a look at that? Any questions on it?
Just a little update on line item 7042 for Kimley Horn. The full contract price with them was $1,487,256 paid to date. To Kimley Horn was $679,116. Your report reflects $544,806, but that's because I cut a check to them today for the invoice I received this morning. You'll see that reflected on next month's report. To date, we've received reimbursement from DOLA in the amount of $183,697.94, and from the TAP grant toward this project, $243,277.87, for a total reimbursement back on these contracts of $426,975. So sometimes it's slow to get it back from the federal government. But state's pretty quick. That's all I have.
Any questions? I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. That's all under new business. Let's move to old business, discussions and communications. 2026 proposed budget. We've got to start thinking about that.
I am working through this week. I try to do it on Friday and I was interrupted a few times just trying to get your packets done. So I'm working through a proposed budget for you guys this week. I'm gonna send it out to you. We have sent it off for notice to the newspaper to just put it on it's the October and the November agendas. So we will be reviewing that at October's meeting. discussing it, and then we'll hopefully be approving it at November's meeting. But I'm working on that right now to get it out to you by the end of the week. So you have something to start looking at. Josh, do you have anything you wanna say toward this year's budget? What you're looking for?
No,
No, okay.
no, I have not had the ability to look into any of y'all's procedures or anything dealing with the budget, so that would be out of line to.
Are you sure it's been like an hour and a half?
Yeah, I mean, you've been here.
I'm over here looking at stuff.
Yeah.
Scrambling.
That's all.
Were we gonna discuss the possibility of Connie, myself and Tammy?
So I did, so Josh is here, so it's a good
Right.
conversation to have right now. I did discuss it with Connie. She's willing to come in and have those discussions. Also keeping in mind that any meeting you have with me concerning the budget, and there's 3 of you at the table,
Mhm,
then we're gonna have to notice that as a meeting,
right.
so. But
Do
she's
we,
willing.
do we want to go that way, or do we just wanna bring it down to 2? And
I'm gonna leave that to you.
What's
what are
the,
your thoughts?
I think we should have more than just 2 people.
Okay,
What's the conversation? What are you asking?
about the budget.
Oh.
We helped him last year, Tammy and I helped him put the budget together. Did I help last year?
We had discussion about it, but my
Right.
discussions were with Rick and Trevor.
Okay. Okay,
They have been for the last 2-3 years. Yeah,
so yeah, it's just to kind of get a general idea, you know, where we're going with the budget and such. She provides us all the information.
I remember
We
it,
sit there and say,
Huh?
yeah, we
I
think,
remember
or,
her.
no, we don't, you know.
okay.
You stop since.
It's pretty easy now on the budget, cause you got more money than we ever had.
Grant money.
We're trying to figure out how to make $1 out of 3/4.
Okay, is there anything else we need to discuss?
Discussion motion, sure,
Is that a motion from you?
that is.
Okay,
Yeah.
any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay, it is 8,
37.
that clock says it's 8:39.
37 is what my.
The computer says 8:37, yes.
Mine says 8:30.